That's a long ass wait for a second game.
Yeah, true that. But there's no real time limit, I suppose, and we do have the other semi-final to take care of as well. So it's not like we have a finalist waiting for this to get underway.
Yeah.
We have the game recording, so yeah, gonna be interesting to see if how this one's gonna work out. Honestly, I haven't really seen the Orcs do all that well in any particular matchup, even though they are considered pretty damn powerful in 1v1s these days. I do think someone's won with Orcs in this tournament, but I haven't seen any of those matches yet. Who knows? This might just be the one that ends up changing that statistic.
Yeah, we'll see.
Though this is a pretty good matchup. I do think it can go either way. Warboss is of course a fantastic commander for the Orcs, but the Tech Marine definitely has some tricks up his sleeve that can make life very difficult for him.
Yeah, the Tech Marine can certainly stand up against the shooters, and in conjunction with like tactical Marines, they can cause some more penalty on the shooters.
Oh, absolutely, and not to mention if
compared to a Force Commander, which is more melee oriented, and he can get it easier to lock down in the early game compared to like the Tech Marine, of course. And the Apothecary certainly can't stand up against either slug us or shoot us on his own.
Oh, definitely not. Not to mention the depending on what Toilailee is going to get for Wargear, he's going to have some decent control options. He could get the Mastercrafted Boulder to get a bit of suppression on demand when he needs it, and of course he could also get Bionics if JamusMcgamuS, for example, ended up getting Storm Boys to knock those guys around as they're trying to jump his tacticals. There's a lot of options for both players here, so I'm looking forward to what they're going to be planning. Pretty brave of Toilailee for going for the double scouts against the Orcs. Pretty much has to know that at least a double big shooter is gonna be on the menu, so he's gonna be have to be very careful about those guys to not start losing models and feeding JamusMcgamuS experience.
Yeah, the scouts gives like 130 experience per model, so
yeah, they're still cheap, but they do give out really massive amount of experience considering how squishy they are. Looks like the Tactical Marines are charging in for a bit of melee, but they do end up getting stuck a bit, only barely getting in before the Warboss catches up and starts laying down the smackdown.
Yeah. Oh, I felt that was a bit of an overcommitment on the left-hand side, and he's gonna pay for that. He might actually lose his power node, and if shit goes really down south, he might even lose the control of his power node.
Yeah, he was kind of fortunate that he didn't lose any models, but those Tactical Marines are gonna take a fair few seconds to actually heal up from all that damage.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those models early on.
Sluggers actually get forced away by the double scouts carrying them around and just laying down damage whenever, but the scouts are definitely not going to be able to take down this power node in retaliation. They are, however, going to be able to cap this final victory point and decap one of the requisition points as well with no problems.
Yeah, so we have a Devastator rolling out now. Very good purchase, in my opinion, and it's going to enforce JamusMcgamuS to adapt to the situation and get maybe a Stormboy squad or just go for more flanking maneuvers. And considering that Toilailee has the double scouts, he can easier maneuver around and detect if there's any flanks going about.
Very true, getting a bit sandwiched in there, but of course the Neos or shooter squads have the knobs out, so not going to be able to punch them all that badly with force melee, and he does get a single model kill, but that's going to be all he is getting out of that. Trying to regain his map control again. The Warboss is getting out his angry bits, get a bit of that charging action going on.
I don't know, no, JamusMcgamuS has not spotted the Devastator yet. And
now he does. Does get suppressed though, so that's rather fortunate for him. Ends up avoiding taking any model losses. There's a shooter knob though. I think he's gonna settle. Well, he can't afford a second one, but I wonder if he's gonna be going for both of them, and he's just gonna settle for one for the added durability and the damage on the move.
The Warboss is coming in for a flank.
Oh dear, yeah.
Angry Bits failed.
Complete failure there. Passing. He does manage to get in there, but the shooters definitely took a lot of damage there before he got into the melee. Oh, that's a dagger on the Tactical Marines. One might go... No, special attack once again ruining everything.
Might get someone on retreat with this awesome range damage. No.
Nah, that gun's all for show.
Oh, double retreat on the shooters. They took a fair amount of losses, and I'm just looking at the resource tab. Jamus is well in the lead in the resource tab, and Toilailee is really behind in terms of power here.
Honestly, it's looking fairly equal to me right now. Now Jamus has started getting Stormboys. They're gonna have the same number of squads, and honestly, income-wise, they're very similar as well. Pretty much only 2 requisition point per minute in Jamus's. Well, it was in Jamus' favor. Now I think it's the tables have turned again. And power-wise, Jamus is a bit ahead as well. So he's certainly taking more losses per engagement than Toilailee is at the moment.
Yeah.
Does have a scout.
One shotgun, yeah.
Shotgun out now as well.
Might see a second shotgun as well once he spots those storm boys.
Yeah, that definitely wouldn't be a bad engagement. It's gonna give a ton of targets that Jamus absolutely needs to tie down in melee, and well, he's not gonna have enough squads to actually do that to all of them. Warboss taking a lot of damage. He probably needs to retreat, or he's gonna actually start getting in danger of getting shot down.
Storm boys are now trying to jump onto that Devastator. I think where is the explosive shot?
I don't think they're in I don't think they were arranged in that. Not to mention the shooters actually flanking them ended up being rather damaging. Does get them to very low health by turning around the Storm Boys, and oh dear, another scout goes down to that concentrated dagger fire there, and looks like we have pretty much a full retreat from the Space Marines, aside from the Tech Marine, who's just doing his thing over here, and is actually planting a mine here at this requisition point.
Yeah,
only ended up decapping it just to make sure that Jamus can't see him actually do that while he planted it. He is, however, falling back in order to try and defend his power node here, which is going to get a lot of dagger coming its way once again.
I think he'll be able to push this one back. He has a Tech Marine in the back, so the shooters can't benefit from the cover.
Yeah,
really
he's doing a lot of damage already. He should probably be going for the one without a knob squad first off, though. That they tend to bleed models a lot faster. He does have double shotguns out. There's the explosive shots from one of them. And there's the second one, but yeah, they were already in retreat. Did a ton of damage to one of the shooter boy squads, so that much is certain.
And the Toilailee will be going tier 2. He's a bit behind, maybe like 30-40 seconds behind Jamus, but he definitely has the counters to any early vehicle from Jamus' end.
Oh, definitely. He does have this Devastator team out that can easily switch over to either the last cannon or yeah, he's probably gonna go last cannon if he ends up seeing a war truck coming in. Those things are extremely vulnerable once they actually get slowed down. That's a charge from the Warboss right into the Devastator. Does manage to kill off a scout squad though, and here comes the Storm Boys jumping right in on those Devastators.
Let's see if there's any explosive shot yet, but it fails because they're stuck in between the cover and Pretty Jinx.
Very nice, using the Bomber Boy's ability to knock down the scouts, and that could actually end up killing him. But the second
Warboss might catch up.
No, he's not gonna make it. It's gonna be extremely close, but he is not gonna catch up to that scout.
Storm Boys.
Very nice play by Toilailee actually stopping that scout squad from getting wiped, and it definitely didn't pay off for Jamus, as you mentioned. The Storm Boys ended up going down on the retreat. Major loss for Jamus right there.
Oh,
that's
angry bits.
Shot, but oh yeah, that's gonna get a bit hairy there.
Warboss might go down here. Depends on how good.
It probably should be a. He can't even really force melee.
Stand still. Stop moving if he wants to get the kill.
Oh dear. He could have used. I don't think he used his suppression on his big shooter, so he could definitely have done that. But this could get really dangerous. The Tactical Marine is extremely low on health as well. Just a bit more. And he does go down. Oh wow, this was a major loss for Toilailee as well. I wouldn't say the tables have turned. Both of them are now getting out their transport vehicles, but Well, the Razorback is going to be a fair bit more devastating, especially since Jamus only has his Slugger squad for melee now. They do have their knob out, which is going to make them a lot more effective than they've been in the game so far, but...
I think what Toilailee needs to do here, once he spots that Razorback, I mean, the war truck, is get a Melta gun and then just do, like, Melta plus Razorback and just chase the truck, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much the thing. The war truck is only going to be dangerous if you can actually charge up to something and unload the sluggers. Razorback, that's going to be a huge problem on its own.
Also, I hope to God he doesn't get the last cannon just because to deal with the war truck, because he needs some firepower to deal with the double shooters right now, since he lost the tacticals.
Yeah, the suppression is an extremely powerful bonus.
Yeah.
He's actually jumping in into the Razorback with his Devastators. Who knows? He might actually, maybe he'll be getting the advanced targeting just to retain suppression. And I mean, if he is gonna be getting the Melter gun on the
yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is, and just get advanced targeting on the Devastators. He's gonna have more than enough firepower to take down this war truck, and he's still gonna have the suppression needed to deal with the big shooters and for stopping the war boss. Oh, is it just me, or
so
is
extremely silly?
Is it just me, or is there some extremely flattened slugger here at the war truck on the ground?
Yeah, there is. No,
almost looks like a bit of a painting on the ground,
when
actually.
They use the Bomber Boy.
Actually looks a bit more like a painting instead of an actual model.
Yeah, it's the Bomber Boy. When they use that, they turn into like
a splattering on the floor.
Painting on the floor.
Orky are at its finest, folks.
Yeah. Oh, we have a Swampum used. Scout might be taking a bit of damage. No.
Yeah, it looks like he was actually focusing on taking down a generator there with the shooters at the final moments, at least. So he didn't really get all that much out of that particular fight there. Does have the power claw on the war boss now, which is of course gonna at least force the Razorback to not just to charge in recklessly, but it's gonna be very difficult to take it down with just that alone.
Oh, Toilailee is going into tier 3, and the tier 3 is bad news for orcs, who is not tier 3 yet.
Oh, definitely. Space Marines have a fantastic late game. So this is gonna get real dangerous if Jamus ends up falling behind in that regard.
I think it's fair to say we will definitely see.
Oh, there's the charge from the war boss, knocking down the scouts and keeping them in a line of fire just long enough to kill every single one of them. Very nice use of the Angry Bits ability there.
He's being extremely cautious with his Razorback. I mean, there's only a war boss to deal with the Razorback, and I just don't understand why he's not playing more aggressive right now with the Razorback.
Maybe he's worried there's a bust on the truck or something like that. It is a pretty common tactic these days, especially for war bosses, considering how much trouble most Orc AV actually has dealing with vehicles that can shoot back.
Didn't they change something with the Tech Marine firing on the move?
I'm not sure actually. I don't really recall how much has happened in that regard.
Scouts might know they're safe.
Oh yeah.
Shoot us want to go melee the Razorback, because why not? Do more damage than firing.
Punch the rear armor for massive damage! Yeah, and it does look like it does look like he took our advice and got the advanced targeting on the Devastators, who are now getting chopped. Well, they're just getting slapped around a little by the Slugger.
Oh
doing
no!
A knockdown. Wow, he actually managed to get into Razorback. I honestly thought he was gonna die before he got in there.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet.
That's gonna have to be. That was a bit of a nail biter for Toilailee there.
Yeah. Tech Marine.
He's retreating his sluggers. I'm guessing he wants to heal them up a little or something. Seeing how there's a war truck out, so they are fully reinforced.
He decides to fall back instead of keeping his Tech Marine on the field. It's an alright decision, I guess. Jamus soon has enough for knobs. We'll see if he actually decides to go for it. No, he decides to go for a looted tank, which is a good option, I guess.
Well, it's definitely gonna have a much. Seeing how he can't really he can't cloak the knobs like a Commando knob could, for example, so he's gonna have a bit of a hard time actually keeping up with the Razorback. I mean, that thing's gonna have to kite knobs forever to actually inflict kills, but still, they're probably not gonna catch it without any backup of sorts. Still though, he doesn't know that a Predator's coming out, and the Predator with a last cannon is pretty much just gonna wreck that looted tank.
And also suffice it to say, Toilailee is only 30 red away from getting Terminators.
Hello, Mr. Truck. I'm a Predator. You are dead. Not big surprise.
Yeah, not big surprise at all. But it feels like the melter gun now sort of got wasted in its purchase, because you would have figured out that the melter gun itself would have paid off in just countering the truck, but
the only thing it's gonna be kind of good for right now is inflicting decent damage on the war boss if he's not focusing the tech marine. Still we're not gonna
misfire on the boom shot.
Yeah, that thing is incredibly unreliable. Still though, it does end up killing the Razorback pretty decently. And the Predator doesn't have the extra armor out yet or the Laskin, although he is working on that. Just for the moment, I think the looter tank would actually win the firefight, but as soon as that Laskin comes out, it's definitely gonna turn around.
Toilailee has enough for a Vendread or Terminator. Yeah, Terminators. I think that was Terminators.
Yeah, makes sense. JamusMcgamuS really doesn't have anything that. Of course, the looter tank is going to be able to inflict decent damage on them, but
why the Predator is now firing on the Sluggers instead.
Oh dear, and he's actually backing right into the war truck using the wrong side of his armor. Just one more. And it actually goes down to the slugger knob, I believe. Ended up doing a killing blow. Oh wow, this is turning out to be a really bad engagement for Toilailee. I'm wondering what he's trying to do here. Probably trying to use his power fist.
He wants to melee the tank, but he can't.
Yeah, he wants to power fist the melee tank, but that's going to be real dangerous. The thing about Terminators is that unlike tactical marines, these Terminators don't have a melee resist, so they're taking a ton of damage from the war boss and slugger chasing them. And the fuck just happened indeed, Toilailee. He's just getting absolutely wrecked right now. He does have his Devastators there to cover it, but they don't even care. Oh, you do get knocked around a bit. There's the boom shot on the Devastators though. It does manage to go out probably this time. The war boss is just charging right in there. Very nicely timed there, but he is getting dangerously low on health with the shotgun shooting him, and he does end up going down.
Oh, he's just manning up on this situation. He really wants to get that looted tank, but the advanced targeting is now on cooldown still.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that. I thought that was why he was trying to set up so desperately, but I didn't see that he actually used it the first time. But wow, suddenly JamusMcgamuS is in a pretty damn good position. I mean,
he can get
Terminators
knobs
are gonna be reinforcing and healing up. They're gonna be a bit of a problem, but he is getting out knobs who are just gonna wreck those guys. And honestly, he doesn't have anything on the field that can really control the knobs aside from the scout marines, and they're not going to be able to kill those on their own in a million years.
Yeah, it was such a bad engagement there for Toilailee.
Oh, absolutely. Backing his Predator into the looted tank was a big mistake. He was really desperate to... I mean, what was he chasing again there?
It was chasing the looted tank.
Yeah, it seemed like
the gun turned around and started firing.
Yeah, it was shooting on something else entirely. I think it was shooting on the sluggers, come to think of it. And that's the thing. It's almost impossible to micromanage your tank and make sure that it's still shooting at the target you want.
Yeah.
Rather annoying, actually. You'd think it would be possible to have it kind of lock onto a target, and then you could concentrate on maneuvering or something like that.
Yeah.
Because missing shots in an engagement like that is extremely costly, and yeah, those sluggers are just gonna repair that looted tank, and it's gonna be a pretty big advantage for the orcs right there. He's getting out another Predator though. Hopefully this one is gonna fare a bit better than the first one.
Terminators are super expensive to reinforce. 150 wreck and 50 power.
Yeah,
so
especially the 50 power. That's one hell of a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, it's like
he was really fortunate he didn't lose two models there. He was kind of close to the second one. He ended up blowing up this landmine, actually slowing down the Terminator.
The Predator, yeah.
Right, my Predator, but yeah. Oh, this is extremely bad for Toilailee. No, Nobs, what are you doing? Keep chasing the Predator. No! What are you doing?
But that's weird though, because it
Oh, there's the explosion, and that's kind of weird. I honestly thought he had detected the landmines.
then they actually changed so that the mines don't actually slow vehicles, like a while ago. No, that was actually the MechBoy mines.
Yeah, I think the MechBoys mines changed a fair bit. Honestly, the Techmarine mines have been like they are now for a long time.
Oh,
it's putting in right behind that.
No, rocks.
But there's the rocks on the. But I think it's gonna get away pretty safely. Oh, Techmarine takes a rock in the face, but he's gonna be fine.
He needs to stop trying to go for that.
Oh yeah, he's really overextending his Terminators again. I mean, they can take a ton of damage and they deal decent damage with the power fist, but with those, yeah, they're gonna take losses now, and a single Terminator is gonna cost almost more to reinforce than the entire Slugger squad. They have used their teleport though. Yeah, they're getting out there though.
Only one member left in the Terminator squad.
Oh dear. And this... Oh, and the entire scout squad goes down to a single boom... Well, it's not even a boom shot, or a regular shot, and just a bit more dagger added for emphasis. You can't get away with 0 health twice. And steer my tank with my own mine.
Toilailee is not happy with how that planned out.
That is some epic orc trolling right there. That mine thing just... Oh, wow. BC fixed that.
I know it was either the Artificer or the mech mines. They removed that a while ago with the functionality of slowing vehicles, and people were like, no.
Yeah,
so
I'm wondering if it's the mech mines, because honestly those things have been kind of useless for everything else for a long time.
Yeah.
But maybe he did. Maybe he ended up fixing it so they don't stack. Because if you did end up getting, if you used the mines at close range, you could pretty much immobilize a vehicle. But I think that was a long time ago it actually worked like that.
Yeah.
Warpers are just chopping down on this Techmarine, who is gonna have to try and get around, but he's not getting away.
Yeah, we have the heavy armor also on the Warbus, and Toilailee is calling a GG.
Yeah, I can't really blame him at this point. He had some really unfortunate engagement with the Predators, especially. So he was starting to fall kind of behind there.
Yeah, it was just like that was the turning point, because at that point with the Predator and the Terminators, it felt like he had it in the bag, but then the Predator went down and he lost one model of Terminators, and it just went like all to hell.
Pretty much, yeah, but definitely well played from both players. Toilailee was really unfortunate, and JamusMcgamuS certainly punished him badly for the few mistakes he made there in the end. Yeah, GG to both players, and it looks like we are going to have a